Alright, guys, we got another interesting episode of Reddit Reactions. This person said, my newish partner 33M makes my 30F yearly salary in 1 month. What's a reasonable way to handle finances in the future? She says they're relatively new in a relationship for 6 months, but also both dating seriously for marriage. To give an idea, I work in a professional job with 90 to 100K yearly salary, but high earning potential after many years. I have worked hard to earn reasonable savings. He works in business, makes my salary in 1 month, and his net worth is probably 40 times that of mine. We're not currently living together, and he has paid for most of our dates. He has mentioned before that if we were to buy a home and live together, that we would go 50-50. He would do this for other major purchases as well in an ideal world. I don't feel good about it. I have never dated someone with a huge income disparity. What's a reasonable way that we might look at future bills or purchases such as a home? I'm hoping for an outcome that is equitable and doesn't put either of us at a financial risk or resentment. Okay, let's go. Someone said there are two options when it comes to handling this. The first would be 50-50, but all expenses take your income as the baseline, meaning if you buy a house like 50% mortgage, everyone pays needs to be in the price range you set. Same goes for all major expenses like vacations, cars, etc. The second one is you do it proportional to both your income. This is especially important when it comes to housing, etc., because that can cost you all of your income when he wants some luxury apartment or house. This needs to be frequently updated. So when you start making like 150K a year, your costs increases as his decreases. If neither is acceptable for him, you probably need to break up, especially if he denies the first option, because going 50-50 on everything and he keeping a certain lifestyle can and will ruin your finances. But you need several serious talks about it. See where he's come from, maybe some hurt in the past or some fear to be with a gold digger, or maybe something else. Take steps from there. This is really it. Depends on how luxury the both of you decide to live. More luxury equal proportional finances. A very fast conflict point will happen when the lower earning person wants more luxury than the higher earning person and expect the higher earning person to always be picking up the tab. One important aspect that is missing in the story so far is how they actually live. If he's driving a beat up old Camry right now and she wants to buy a Lambo and have him pay 90% of that, that is guaranteed to be a flashpoint in the relationship. 50-50 only works if you make the same income. I am in a similar situation, but obviously quite less of an income, my GF, and I agreed. What would be the half split we were willing to compromise with for rent. However, because I make more, if we find something more ideal, I don't mind going over because I do make more than my GF. And I don't mind spending a little more as long as we continue to remain equal on utilities and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not gonna read any more of these, but let's go back to the top. Basically, my advice is, yeah, 50-50 is not, it's not gonna work in this situational unless, yeah, I can go 50-50 in terms of you both need to decide what you're willing to pay. Like, am I doing it in proportion to my income? Because then it'll work. But if you're, say, he wants to buy a nice luxury house and he says, I'm going to put down 50%, you put down the next 50%, that might be detrimental to you. Like, how if he's making so much more than you. So this one is very iffy. Like, 50-50 is not going to work here. Like, the traditional 50-50 is not the 50-50 that people talk about is not going to work here. You need something proportional to both of your incomes. You guys need to talk about it. Yeah.